Lunges by Kevin Guilford. Did you know the lunges started as more of an attack move than an exercise? The lunge dates back to the 18th century during the fencing era. It also has martial arts roots dating back to the early Asia. Muscles used in the lunge include muscles from the interior muscles, exterior, and posterior muscles being used. Muscles being used interiorly would be muscles such as the adductor longus, the rectus femoris, and gracilis muscles, along with others. Posterior muscles being used will be the gluteal muscles, such as the gluteus minimus, gluteus medius, and the gluteus maximus muscle being used. You're also using muscles such as abs, and posteriorly using the erector spinae muscle as well. When activated, the lunge will be using the hamstrings and the quadriceps as well. Target body parts would be the abs, butt, hips, legs, and thigh. The primary muscles being worked are the gluteus maximus, hamstrings, like I said, the quadricep. Joints. One of the primary joints being used is the hip joint. Beginning in the standing position, no angle in the hips, joints are not being used. Once you step forward, your leg hip flexes as you decrease the angle of the hip joint. Your hip then extends as you increase the angle of that hip joint. Your knee joints. Muscles in the upper leg contract to steady and keep your balance when you're doing the lunge. This keeps the knee flexion from bending too far. Your knee extends as you push off the floor. Ankle flexion. Ankle movement is known as flexion. Your ankle dorsiflexes as your toes point towards your shin when you're doing the lunge. This movement occurs on the back leg during the downward phase of the lunge. Plane of motion. Now, when you're doing the forward lunge, you're actually doing the sagittal plane with a plane of motion. The beauty about the lunge is that it actually does do several different planes of motion depending on what lunge you do. So, for example, if you're doing a lateral lunge, then you are doing side to side movement, which activate a different plane. If you're doing the forward lunge with a twist, now you're activating your transverse along with the sagittal plane. So again, depending on what lunge you choose, activates one of the three planes. But when we're doing the forward lunge, we're looking at more of the sagittal plane that's being used, which is going forward and backwards. Benefits of the lunge. Number one, it does improve balance and coordination. Again, when you're doing the lunge, you want to keep that balance. Therefore, that's one of the reasons why it's keeping that coordination and balance for yourself. Because we keep that back leg parallel to the front. Also, it activates glutes at a higher rate. So if you're looking forward to building that gluteus maximus or building a tight, firm behind, this is one of the exercises that will help you at a high rate. It maximizes injury resistance as well. Because you are using those hip, ankle, and knee joints, and you are strengthening it with doing this exercise, That strengthening does help with resilience of injury. It also does help with stronger legs and muscle growth. So again, if you're looking to have more of a tighter, firm, toned legs, the lunge will help you out. And also it does help with a strong core. So again, working those abdomen muscles, abdominal muscles, this lunge, forward lunge does help out with this exercise. The setup and exercise technique. First of all, you want to be in open space. Also, you have proper clothing before you do the lunge. You want to start by standing tall. Step forward until the leg hits a 90-degree angle. That rear knee should be parallel to the ground. That front knee should not pass your toes. So again, when you're doing the proper lunge, stand tall for posture. Then forward until the hits 90-degree angle. Keep that back knee parallel to the ground. And that front knee shouldn't pass your toes. Proper warm ups. Now, the beautiful thing about the lunge, it can be used as a warm up and or as a primary exercise. Meaning this, if you're doing dynamic stretches, it's a perfect warm up for a dynamic stretch. Get yourself going for your daily workout. Or if you want to use different muscles and or target different muscles for the day, the lunge is perfect for that as well. So proper warm-ups to get you set for the lunge would be one of those like push-ups and running in place. Again, you want to get those lower muscles working as far as running in place and your jumping jacks are concerned. Wall sits are also a perfect exercise to get those glutes, hamstring, calves working if you plan on doing lunges for the day. Squat jumps and curl ups also are great core and lower leg exercises that will help benefit when you are doing the lunge. Again, squats and pick back ups are also two other exercises that work beautifully in order to incorporate those muscle body parts activated for that lunge workout. Now, demonstration. So as you see here, I'm actually in my home doing a lunge. Not very open space wise, but enough open space to do the forward lunge at least. Okay. Now, when you're doing a forward lunge, you can use dumbbells and or you just use your own body as to do the exercise. So again, what you want to do is again fix that posture, step forward, again, bend at a 90-degree angle. That knee should be parallel to the ground. That back foot, as you see, get that dorsiflexion I was talking about. Then back again. Again, going the opposite leg, you do the same exact thing now. Step, 90-degree angle. Again, this should not pass your toes, parallel to the ground, back foot dorsiflexion, then back again. You want to do this exercise alternating, probably 10 times going back and forth to get a great workout when you're doing the lunge. And there's some final thank yous. Here are some references when using the information that was done today. www.hifline.com, www.barbin.com, and www.acefitness.com. I hope you enjoyed the PowerPoint. Got some information in regards to the forward lunge. Again, the beauty thing about the forward lunge is it can be used as a warm up or a primary exercise. Again, it's going to activate multiple planes based upon the lunge you do. So the forward lunge, like I did right there, is going from the frontal plane. If I add a lateral lunge, it will change the plane of motion. And if I added a lunge twist, it will go to a transverse plane. So again, you activate different muscles with the exercise based upon which plane you're using the lunge of. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry I lose my voice a little bit. I'm sorry for the little bit of inadequate PowerPoint, but unfortunately, my voiceover wasn't working properly, so therefore I had to do it this way. But I do appreciate your time. I hope the information you needed. Kevin Guilford, thank you. Bye-bye.